What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 5 more audio tips for high school filmmakers. So let's get started. Tip number 1 is you have to record the sound of the environment. Basically what that means is when you're on a location, right, have the sound recorder record basically white noise. So a lot of the times there's going to be really awkward silences when you're editing it, and if you have this white noise, it just makes it flow a lot more better. Basically it's like ambient sound. So if you're filming in the fields, right, just record, maybe the birds, just stuff like that. So when you overlay it on your dialogue clips, it just sounds a lot more natural. Alright, tip number 2 is have options. So when you're recording something, don't just have one audio track. Have a bunch of different takes of audio, because a lot of the times one audio might not be good. So if you have 2 different audio tracks of the same take, you just have more options, right? So if one is bad, you have the other one that's good. That's gonna help a lot when you're editing it. Make sure you don't have to re-record some scenes, and it saves you a lot of time. And a lot of times if you're shooting a really wide shot and you just can't get a mic person in there, try using a lav mic. So lav mics are just little mics that are wireless. You just put in your shirt and it's little mic poking out of your clothing, and basically what that does is allows you to record super nice quality audio without having to have a boom person right next to them, because sometimes that's not viable. And there's some really cheap options. You can get one for your that plugs into your phone for I think $20. Alright, tip number 4 is make sure the sound does not peak. So in another video I said to make sure you record as close to the face as possible, but don't put the mic in their mouth, right? So keep that at a good distance so that when they're talking it's not peaking, because when the audio peaks, it's just, even if you bring the levels down, the audio is still messed up because it's just way too loud. So just make sure you're monitoring the audio when you're recording it so the audio isn't peaking. Tip number 5 is make sure you're testing it with different devices. So just because your audio sounds good on your AirPod Pros, on your super nice speakers, doesn't mean it'll sound good on other stuff. So maybe play it on your phone or your tablet or your TV to see if it sounds good on all devices, because if you're done making a movie and you're sending it to your friends, not everyone's going to be using the same speakers as you are. So make sure the audio sounds good on all devices before actually sending it out. So to recap, tip number 1 is make sure you record ambient noises. Tip number 2 is make sure you have options. Tip number 3 is to use lav mics if you can't use a boom mic. Tip number 4 is make sure the audio is not peaking. And then last but not least, tip number 5 is make sure you test audio with different speakers and different devices to know if it sounds good on all devices. Anyways, I hope these tips are helpful in your future filmmaking endeavors. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.